This is a real podcast. You know why? Because it's the Loft Party Podcast. I'm just saying.
The views and opinions expressed by the Loft Party Podcast panel participants and guests do not necessarily reflect those of the Good Times of Good People Company, the host, or its sponsors.
Just not getting it.
Welcome everybody out there in podcast land. The Good Times of Good People Company proudly presents the Loft Party Podcast, where it is always about good times, good people, and good talk. Now that you've received your invitation, the best way to let us know that you're in attendance is to download the party or become official by joining us on Facebook, subscribing on YouTube, iTunes Podcasts, or Google Play Podcasts. Good. Thanks for joining us. Grab a cocktail, light a cigar, or whatever you like to smoke. Share us with your friends, and make yourself at home. I'm your host and moderator, Rio, and let's introduce today's panel. Hey, I'm there, Podcast Land. I'm your host, Rio, and welcome to the Loft Party Podcast, episode 89, The Game Changers. So, in this Black History Month, we want to salute the Game Changers. We saw Black Panther over the weekend, and it is definitely a game-changing comic movie. Jackie Robinson was a game-changing ball player. ThurGood Marshall, he was a game-changer in law. James Brown was a game-changer in the music industry. Wait, I think I just realized that all those characters were played by Black Panthers Chadwick Boseman. So, anyway.
Did he play James Brown?
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Anyway, before we get started, let me introduce today's panel. So, I have got Big Dave Elliott. I have got Brian Massey, our very own Brain Mass. And of course, I've got Adrian Lewis. He is the founder of Path to Vision. And I have got Jackie McDaniel, formerly known, the artist formerly known as the Anonymous Female.
I think you said my last name. Oh, no.
Yeah, see? I told you. Be sure. Okay. You heard her out there in podcast land. You heard her. All right, so before we get into important things, let's get into important things. And of course, the first important thing is, what are we drinking? And it was so good last week, we decided to stick with it this week. And this week we are still drinking the Manhattan. So, 2 ounces of Regal whiskey, 3/4 ounce of sweet vermouth, dash of bitters, a maraschino cherry, twist of orange peel. You put all that in a rocks glass, and it is delicious. Kind of the cocktail that we measure all other cocktails against. If we go to a restaurant, we say, let me try your Manhattan. If the Manhattan sucks, we actually don't stay very long. That's kind of what it has become. And now that we know what we are drinking, the question is, what are we smoking? And we are going down the list of the top 25 from 2017, and we are at number 6, the Ashton Symmetry Belicoso. So, it is a Ecuadorian wrapper, Dominican binder. It has a mix of Nicaraguan and Dominican filler. It's got some kind of rich cherry notes, a little spicy cinnamon, maybe a little coffee bean in there. You may also find that you get some almond, even a little vanilla notes in there a little bit. It's actually a fairly complex cigar as far as flavor is concerned, and it's really good smoke. Just over $12 generally when you're looking for this. So a little bit more pricey than some of the stuff that we normally smoke here, but
some of the Symmetries they got a higher end brand of them now. They're going over 20.
Really?
Yeah, $26, $27.
Yeah.
And they're similar to what you're describing, but they're just another upgrade from them. Mm-hmm. And when you feel like splurging, they are absolutely delicious.
Okay, so when C&P Construction sponsors the Belicoso night, we're going to be trying those out, and we'll let you know all about it. So, with that, we're going to move on to today's R.I.Ps. And, of course, we do celebrities and other notables that may have passed away during the week, but we really would be remiss if we did not just give some love and homage to the children killed in the senseless school shooting in Florida. I don't even want to get too deep into it, except to say that we're sending our love because, you know, the kind of gun talk is a show that we actually need to do because it's actually a really complex topic. But without going too deep, we do want to send our condolences to those families. Dick?
Yep. One thing I want to bring out is that it is the silver lining in the horrible thing that it was is that there is some discussion starting to come out about, and I think it'll be serious discussion about having a good federal database for background checks. I'm an NRA member, and I support this.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're.
You have to have some common sense in this, and let's not forget, the FBI missed things. There were so many things just besides the guns here. The failure, we put armed guards in bank.
Into the weeds already. So
I know, but we put armed guards in bank. How come we can't put pinch points in and guard our children?
No,
I think our children are much more resource than our money.
Yeah, well, and that's the reason why.
It has to be approved by school boards.
So, and
that's
this
the
is
reason that I say,
but this is the dialogue that has to happen.
Yeah,
is that they have to get real.
Absolutely, and that's why I say we're going to have this conversation, just not on today's show, but we are definitely going to have this conversation. So, moving forward, let's get into our happy birthdays. For some people at the table, they may know this name on sight. Most people at the table won't know this name on sight. Millie Bobby Brown. She turns 14 today. Does anybody know who Millie Bobby Brown is?
Is that a child of Whitney and Bobby?
No. That's a good guess, though. That's a good guess. This is the girl that I believe her number is 6. 7?
No, 11.
11. You're right. It is
Sorry.
11. You're right.
11.
It is 11 on Stranger Things. She's the young girl who plays 11 on Stranger Things, and she turns 14 today.
Super cute.
We have the singer Seal, turns 54 today. One of course, my favorites of all time, and I figured Big Dave would get a kick out of this one himself, Smokey.
I love Smokey.
Smokey
I'm
Robinson.
amazed that Smokey's only 77.
Yeah.
He started so young,
And the crazy thing is, he doesn't even look like he's in his 70s.
No.
He looks like he's in his 50s or something.
No, Smokey deserves all the kudos in the world.
Yeah.
Smokey drinking that panther juice.
Yeah,
evidently,
he's
so.
obviously.
Smokey is
which
one-
we will get into as the show goes on.
Smokey is so smooth.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he's the king of smooth.
Absolutely. Speaking of game changers,
he
Smoky
was.
Robinson. With all that, we'll be right back. Hey, you can search for the Loft Party Podcast on iTunes Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, and on our Good Times with Good People YouTube channel. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook, tweet us on Twitter, and if you like the content we provide, donate to us on Patreon. www.patreon.com/Loft Party Podcast. You can find all of our links below. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. So, we are back, and before we get too deep, let's play a quick party game. So, just for fun, if you had a completely useless power or mutation, what would it be? Completely useless. It just can't do anybody any good.
It'd be hard to think of one, I think. How do you think of a useless power?
Yeah, so this all started actually as a joking conversation, actually with Jackie's brother. And he was talking about useless powers, and he was saying, I can make my pinky toe grow. just really stupid stuff. And I was like, actually, that would be really funny to ask people what they thought a useless power or mutation would be if you had?
Now, this is useless power that either can get you a date or get you slapped.
Okay.
If you can lick your eyebrows.
That would make me want a dad. I'm just saying.
Would that not be a useless power?
It's completely useless and completely hilarious. You're off to the right start. You're off to the right start.
Have you been thinking about this a while?
No, actually, I have not quite that good a talent, but it's okay.
Yeah, so save that.
I'll leave it. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, bottle that. Yeah.
Wow.
Adrian?
You know, the only thing that came to mind with this one was the chick on X-Men that shot fireworks from her fingers.
Oh.
I don't.
Fireworks from our feet.
It was complete. It hurt no one. She would get slapped right after. It's like it tickled them.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who that is. 'Cause I know who you're talking about.
She would shoot a firework out of her hand.
And it seemed like she was always
And
in
then
the
she would just get
cartoon,
slapped. Yeah,
like she was always with Gambit.
Yeah.
Who also has a
He-
useless power to make.
He would electrify cars.
Yeah.
He's not a useless. He doesn't have useless powers.
Yeah, like he can throw cards.
That turn
Throw an
into
ace of spade
bombs.
at your face.
I'm like, that's not useless. You're
Yes.
crazy. You know he's not useless.
No, he's not useless. That's why one of your boyfriends wants to make a movie about him.
I was talking about Channing
About Channing
Tatum.
Tatum.
About Gambit.
Yeah, he wants to do the
He's
Gambit.
not-
Channing Tatum
he
has a
doesn't
lot
want
of
to be.
useless
He's going to
powers.
be.
They're trying to, just like Ryan Reynolds took over the Deadpool thing,
Yeah.
he wants to take it over and make a Gambit movie.
Have you seen Channing Tatum
Yeah, I
on
know.
lip
I
sync?
was like,
He
really?
doesn't want to. They're making a Gambit movie.
Yeah, no, they committed to doing it.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know if they
I
shot
can see it for the
anything.
personality.
Have you ever seen
Definitely not
Channing
the power.
Tatum on lip sync?
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh, super hilarious.
His wife
That's a
is
useless
funny.
power.
That's kind of useless. Brain Max?
Yeah, I also immediately thought of a show which was Family Guy, when they got hit with like some nuclear waste, and so the entire family each got really awesome powers except Meg. She was able to grow her fingernails like super fast.
Yeah.
was her.
Yeah. Ugh, useless.
But I did see a couple of responses, because I looked this up real quick to see what other people have thought. The top one I saw was being able to summon a peanut.
Okay. Okay.
Summon a peanut. I don't
What
have
else?
that kind of imagination.
The ability to walk into a room and know what its last wallpaper looked like.
That is funny. That could be useful on some CSI. That could be useful.
Actually, it could be useful on the Home and Garden channel.
That could be useful.
Lord.
Jackie.
I really don't know. I'm like, I have no creativity like that.
That doesn't fit within Jackie's logical
yeah.
thinking
No,
mindset.
it doesn't. I'm
doesn't.
just like,
Not at
I
all.
can't even
Not at all.
imagine.
I know. Now, the crazy thing, I was thinking earlier, okay, so what's a useless power? And I was thinking the same thing. Like, I was thinking,
Everything that you guys are saying, I'm like, oh my God, that's so stupid.
oh, yeah, well, that's the whole point.
I can't think of anything that's stupid.
Can't suspend reality that far. I get it.
You haven't been hanging around with me long enough, have you, Jackie?
So,
I have not, apparently.
so my thought was, you just go, and then just all your hair just starts, like hair, beard, everything, just like, just starts growing super
Well,
fast.
that might be a very useful power for some men.
You know what I would do if I had
That Buffalo Wild Wings commercial where the guy's beard grows the whole time?
If I had that ability, I would contract myself out for people who want to learn to be a barber.
Ah,
Oh.
so you have found a use for a useless power.
Brain mass.
That's why they call you brain
That's why it's
mass.
brain mass.
Brain
What,
mass.
Why they call you brain
what was
mass.
your thought, though? Like, you couldn't think of one either, could you?
No.
He just did.
Yeah, see?
We took it on.
But he's come up with useful things to do with useless powers.
You gonna make money.
Exactly.
You gonna hustle to get.
He's gonna hustle to get it. There we go. All right. So with all of that silliness, we will be right back. Hey, out there in podcast land, we would not be doing our duty if we didn't acknowledge the sponsors of the Loft Party Podcast, the Majestic Restaurant and Jazz Club, and the Majestic's Pendergast Club. The Majestic carries on Kansas City's tradition of great food and jazz. Let them show you why they are the classic Kansas City steakhouse experience. 931 Broadway, just 3 blocks from the Kansas City Convention Center. J. Rieger and Company, a Kansas City distillery. Whether whiskey, gin, or vodka, neat or on the rocks, J. Rieger, Kansas City, sipping good since 1887. C&P Construction, Kansas City's premier wood framers. 50 years of quality framing and craftsmanship. Just email david.cnpservice@gmail.com and start building something new today. And our friend and frequent guest, Lane Boland. Thank you all for all that you do.